everybody, and welcome to a very gloomy day. Today I'm doing a little tiny vlog of 3 lovely, cosy, warm and hearty meals. So please sit back and enjoy. So first up, we're going to be doing a casserole bake. It is just like a casserole, but it takes less time than a normal casserole would have to stew. So first up, what you are going to want to do is cut up your onion into small little cubes, so they're not that chunky, they're not that thick, and it's just the right amount of size. Once you have cut your onion into the little squares that you are wanting, pop them into your pan. Make sure not to miss the pan like I did. And then we're going to start on cutting the pepper. You're wanting to do the same type of squares as the length that you had with the onions. Once they're all chopped up, then pop them into the pot as well. Once you have your peppers and onions in your pan, it is time to turn on the heat. So while your onions and your peppers are sauteing in the pan on low heat, I normally have it around 5, I start to peel 2 large potatoes. You can have as many potatoes as you want depending on the size pot you're wanting to do. But I'm doing 2 potatoes, which is just perfect for me and Mum. Once you have peeled all of your potatoes, it is now time to start cutting them into thin slices. Not as thin as chips or crisps, but just as thin as enough to be able to put a layer of potato on top. So while your onions and your peppers are cooking, you're going to want to put in these herbs. I have a pot of mixed herbs on the side. I use it in every single meal or dish or anything that I cook with. Second will be garlic powder. Just a smidge, not a lot, just a smidge. Thirdly would be parsley. You need to add a few bits of that in. While these are all cooked together, I will be getting the mince out and adding a decent amount of mince. It may look a lot, but mince do reduce. Once the mince have browned and nice and soft, you are going to want to add a chicken stock cube, the rich and deep one. I always use the reduced salt one as well. Never the full, the reduced. Once the stock cube is in, you're going to want to put some hot boiling water. Once you have a decent layer, start mixing this up to make your broth. Now comes the fun part. You want to put all of that mince, peppers and onions all into your baking pot, and then you're going to start layering your potatoes on top. Once you have finished your layering, as you can see here, you're going to want to put some tin foil on. While everything was cooking, I have had the oven actually heating up, and it's now at temperature. You will want this at 180 degrees Celsius. Once the tin foil is on, you will want to pop it in the oven for around an hour and a half to 2 hours. After the 2 hours are up, it's time to get that baby out. And here you have it, your casserole bake. So it is the next day and I have already started to make our second meal. So at the moment I have put the chicken in, and within the chicken there is sweet paprika and barbecue seasoning. I've been sauteing this for the last 5 minutes. So today I'm actually making a garlic and chilli sweet curry. Next up, you're going to want to add some hot boiling water to a pan to be able to boil your soft, lovely rice. I use the bag rices from Uncle Ben's, and they are normally done within 10 to 15 minutes. So I am kind of cheating a little bit here because I'm actually using a sachet. I normally find these in Home Bargains for around 99p each, and trust me, I know it says it's a stir fry sauce, but it does brilliantly as a curry sauce too. Your rice should be lovely and cooked after 15 minutes if you are using the bags. You need to also strain any excess water out of this. I use a bit of kitchen roll and I squeeze all of that juice out, so there's not any excess water when you're eating. So here you have it, sweet garlic and sweet chilli curry. So for the final day and the final meal, I am making a 1-pot lazy lasagna. Like normal, you've caught me cutting an onion. Do exactly the same as I had said before, cut this into little cubes so it's not so chunky and it's not so hard. You're going to want to put your onions into a pan, and like normal, I keep missing the pan. Try not to do that when you do yours. So now we're coming into the seasoning. First up, you're going to want to put a bit of Italian seasoning in. Second will be thyme, and the third would be mint. But any Italian dish is not complete without a bit of garlic powder. Next up, you're going to be wanting to add your mince to your onions. Make sure you make them nice and brown and don't leave any redness. Once you have browned all of your mince, the next thing that you want to put in is some tomato puree. Just before you put in your tomato sauce or Italian sauce or bolognese sauce, whatever that actually picks your fancy. I am using the tomato sauce with onion, basil and oregano from the Italian menu from the Co-op. Once I've actually put the sauce in, I do use the jar and add some more water in. For this, I do put in half a jar and shake it up and pop this into the minced mixture. This helps the lasagna sheets or the pieces that you're going to put in cook. Now you want to turn that heat right down. I now have this on just 1. You want to start breaking your lasagna sheets into the actual pasta sauce. Stir after every sheet to make sure they are all covered. You will want to check on this after about 30 minutes just to make sure that it's not sticking and also that it's still stirrable. So this is what mine looks like after 30 minutes. After an hour of cooking, the next thing to do is just plate it up. As I'm here with my mum, she's actually made some homemade garlic bread as well. And here you have it, ladies and gentlemen, 1 pot lazy lasagna, cooked within an hour and a half for dinner. Just for mum sprinkling the little cheese on the top there. It's now the next day, and today I am mating, I'm not mating, I'm making. Now your rice should be lovely and cooked after 15 minutes. You are wanting to strain this rice if you are using the bags. I use a bit of kitchen roll to squeeze all that milk out.